MDigo's Academy. Learn today, earn tomorrow.
Hello viewers, welcome back to our Fintech Web App script tutorial. So please, if you have not watched the previous video on the installation of a fintech script that we are trying to launch now, if you have not watched the previous video on how to get a domain and a hosting, please, I would advise you to go back and watch the first video before this. I'll actually be dropping the link on the description of this current video, so please go back and watch it for you to understand. But if you're a developer or you're a tech savvy that knows how to get domain and hosting and can navigate your way to the cPanel, you can start from here. But for someone that doesn't know anything about website or tech savvy, please, I would advise you watch the other video. So let's continue from where we stopped. So now we have actually gotten our hosting, we've gotten our domain. Now we have logged in and we are now inside our control panel. So what do? What we have to do is that we go to click on the file manager. We click on the file manager. So if you have your website, you can just quickly go to public_html and launch everything concerning your site here. That's if you go to upload, you select here, you upload the Fin app script. But we don't want to launch it here. We don't want to actually launch it on our public_html. So we'll create a folder. So let's continue. We'll create PayMeWeller. I think that's what we used the other time, PayMeWeller. So create that folder, and inside this folder, that is where we'll be launching everything concerning this our fintech script. So you can actually use a subdomain to do this. I will teach you how to create subdomain too in this video. So you can actually go to a subdomain, go to your domains, look for domains. You can easily search here domains, then go to domains. When you click on domains, you see create a new domain. So here you can even say PayMeWeller at mdigos.com, PayMeWeller at mdigos.com. Sorry, PayMeWeller.mdigos.com. Please, I'm sorry about that. I actually thought I was creating an email for a moment. So you can actually use this. Then you click on submit. If you click on submit, it would load. So but most times, one thing I've observed with Namecheap is that if you have a lot of subdomain created, sometimes it will not actually load. It will not actually take some time to configure. So if you have a lot of subdomains there, so you already have a lot of subdomains, so we'll not be using this PayMeWeller.mdigos.com. But if we come to the file manager here, that's if you want to actually use PayMeWeller, you can come here and still upload your files. I would advise, if it's the first subdomain you're creating, it can actually go well for you. But when you have a lot of subdomains, it might take some time to configure. Like now, let me show you, for example, this PayMeWeller. Now let's just go to domains again. We go to domains, we click on domains. Then when we go to PayMeWeller.com, so you can see what it said. Sorry, please contact your hosting provider if you have free. It is impossible you have reached this page because IP address change and all the rest of them. So that's why we'll not be using the subdomain, but you can actually use the subdomain if you want. But like I said, if you have a lot of subdomain created, sometimes you tend to have some issues. So that is it. So let's just go with our public underscore HTML, but you can use the subdomain. Maybe if it's the first subdomain you are creating, it actually works faster that way. I'm just trying to throw light on something here. But when there's a lot of subdomains, sometimes it takes some time to configure this default website page now, and this thing in 2 hours time it might come up. So it's just something that I'm just trying to teach. So let's go with public underscore pay me well. So what we'll do is we upload our file. That's the Fin app. So once it's uploading, what is a computer? A computer is for multitasking. So definitely we are going to multitask using our laptop, so that we will not just be here, fold our hands and be watching it to be loading while we do nothing. So what we are going to actually do now is that we are going to create a database and an email account. These are the two things you need to actually run this script very well. So we go back to our file manager. You can click here, go back to our file manager. Then once we are at our file manager, we just quickly go to MySQL database wizard. So once you create MySQL database wizard, we can actually type pay me well. Wow, it's already showing for us. Pay me well. Next step. So I love using the same name, pay me well, to avoid confusion. I would advise you to do the same if you want. Then password generator. So you can actually copy this password, then you just click copy, use password. Then you can come here, paste the password, because we will still be making use of the password. So just create a notepad and do it. So create user. So once we are done, simple as ABCD, we click all privileges. I love copying this as well. So when I copy it, I come to my doc and the same thing, I paste. So once you are done, just click on next step. After clicking on next step, so you actually go to your cPanel back. Then you now go to PHP My Admin. Always look for it. PHP My Admin. You click on PHP My Admin. When you click on PHP My Admin, you click on Pay Me Well. So this thing is still uploading. Remember, this thing is still uploading. Oh my god, I think I didn't click to upload the file, so please forgive me on that. So it's uploading. So once it's uploading, we'll be doing our other stuff. So we'll now go back to our Pay Me Well. Pay Me Well has now appeared in our PHP My Admin. So like I said, you just come here, click on PHP My Admin, then it will redirect you and take you here. So once you are here, what you now do is you will upload your database in the PHP My Admin. So you click on import. So like we are importing goods from US, you click on finance, click on open. So you click on import. So it has actually imported. So once we are done with this step, the next thing I would advise us to also do, so as you can see, it's actually loading. So the next thing I'll also advise us to do is to go to email accounts. When you go to email accounts, you create an email. So we already have an info, so let's just create admin at mdgos.com. So like I said, I love using the same thing. So instead of me to create a new password, I'll just use the other password too. When I click on it, then this is what it shows, and I'll now click on create. So now we have one password, so I'm going to use this for database and for our email accounts. So once we are done, we'll still see at least before it loads, before 28%, we have actually accomplished some things. So I'll just have to fast forward this video so that we'll get straight, but you have to wait for it to hit to show the green light, then you now go back. So once we are done loading and it shines the green light, we go back. If we go back, then we go to pay me well, then I think I uploaded this on, I didn't upload this on the pay me well folder. I uploaded it on the public_html folder, but that is not a problem. I can still move it. To pay me well. So I'll move it to then pay me well. So it has entered here, but please, for my users, I would always advise you to upload in the pay me well to avoid the mistake that I did. Just simply click pay me well, then click on upload. Don't upload it under the public_html for those of you that are just following my tutorial guide. But if you want your website to show like finapp.com, you can upload it under here. But for me, I don't want it to show. I want it to show inside the pay me well folder. That is why I'm uploading it here. So once I'm done, I would click on extract. So my file will definitely extract now. So once I'm done, I will close. Then if I want to access, you just refresh, then everything would show. So once I'm done, I'll create a new stuff, then mdgos.com/paymewella. So okay, that is because we have not actually connected to our database to our script. So that's the next thing we'll do after installing it. That's connecting our database. That's why it's showing this way. So how do you connect your database? You move to connections, then you move to database, you click on edit. Once you click on edit, you get, that's why I always advise about this having the same name. So once you have the same name, it will be easy for you. You not get confused between the database name and database username, because most people get confused using it. They tend to like take the username for the database and take the database for the username. I get. So, but to avoid such confusion, just use the same name. So once I'm done, we'll save. Then we'll now refresh. So as you can see, we are up and running. The site is fully launched. Wow, clap for me. So that is it. So now if we're just working with mdgos.com, we would not be needing this, but like I said, we don't want it on our main domain. That's why we created a folder. So first things first, now if you get this script, you have to access the admin by clicking on controller. Once you access the admin, the next thing I would advise you to do is to quickly go and change your password. Quickly go and change your password. So you can email admin@gmail.com. Then your password, the first password is 12345, which we'll be using. But I would always advise you that the first thing you should do is to go and change your password. So once you are done, you go to config, then go to change password. Just go here, put your old password and put your new password. That is all. But we are not going to be changing password because this is a tutorial. So we'll go to set. After that, just go to settings. So give your site a name. Give your site a name. Like if I'm to show you something, if this is mdgos.com/paymewella, it's actually bearing pay well. So once we change it to pay me wella, you see the difference. Every place that you have pay well that needs your site name will be changed to anything. So simple and fast. So if you want to use an SMS, you can actually get it's just that it's paid. So most of the time we'll just go with the Gmail. So once you get the private key and the public key, you put it here, then you enable it. So you put your sign. We'll be working with the dollar sign. You can put the naira sign, your choice. Then the branch, you can put your branch, Keja, Lagos, Nigeria. Then bank name, Pay Me Wella. I actually like this name more. So that's an advice for anybody out there that wants to launch a fintech app. You can actually use Pay Me Well. At least when someone say Pay Me Well, person will just rush in and Pay Me Well. So here we'll be using our admin at mdgos.com. Admin at mdgos.com. That is what we'll be using. Then email OTPs, if you enable it, that means for every time a user wants to log in, if you ask of his OTP, to be sending an OTP to him once a user wants to log in. So that is how most Fin app operates. But for now, we'll leave it at disabled. But if you put it at enable, that is what will happen. So you can actually put a number here, 38. Any number you put here will definitely reflect here. So that is just it. So we want to leave it at this address. Then Pay Me Wella. So after that, that's a transaction charge. Then we'll have to choose our file. I don't want this logo. I think let's go with this logo. I prefer this logo, right? Yeah, so we save our settings. So as you can see, Pay Me Wella. So I think I forgot to add an A here. So please just be very careful and to avoid mistakes. So Pay Me Wella. So as you can see, our logo has changed. A lot has changed. So once we are done, if you click on refresh, you see the magic. So everything that has turned to from this to this to that. So once we are done with what we are doing here, then what we'll now do is we'll go through the user dashboard, how to create an account and the rest of them. So when we now get to how to create an account, I will also compare it with, I will now throw you more lights on the admin. But first of all, when you get this should be the first thing that you should do. So that is it. So now we'll log out and log in as a user. So let's just remove our controller and pay me well. So you click on login. Once you click on login, you get this. So since we don't have any user, any login details now, we just go to register. So once we want to register, we just quickly come here, choose our picture, then our name, let's go with Chike, then CC Chike. Next, our password, let's make our password simple, 1234 1, because this is a tutorial, that is why it is so. Please, when putting your password, put a stronger password, please. I'm throwing more light on this. Put a stronger password. Then your number, you can put anything, then your year, your date of birth, so let's put 1997 January. Anyone can serve. First 1997. Then SSN, your SSN can use what you use during international transactions, so it can be any, just put any number. This is just a tutorial. So routing number, just put any number too. Then mail, then you select account type. So one thing with this account type is that in the admin you have the right to delete and add any account type. So in the admin, I can remove current account and put professional account. I can edit the whole this thing here. The admin has the right. So I would be choosing a savings account, then I'll go to next. Then you can actually put a street. Just go with area, email, where it can just be anything. So Nigeria, you can put your zip code, it can be anything. So once you are done registering, if you get this error that your destin is unable to handle this request, error 505, that is because your PHP version should be at 8.0 or so. So what you do is that you go to your PHP you go to your select PHP version, you will now reduce this PHP version from 8.0 to 7.0, because when we built this script, we worked with the 7.4 version, 7.342 version. So you just put it at 7.4 and go back. So that error, we should evade that error 500 now. We should evade it. Let's refresh and see what it will tell us. Email already exists. That means the account has been created already. So please do well to always change your PHP version. I would have said this earlier in the video, but I forgot. So it's just like the first one has been submitted, just like submitting another form. That's why it's telling us this has been this email exists. So what do we have to do? Log in. So we can use our email. Okay, so you know your email, then I know my password too. So what does it say? It says account not activated. So I would be operating these two on two browsers. I would go incognito and I would actually leave the user here. So I'll go incognito mode, then I will put my controller, So once I'm done, I'll put admin at gmail, then 1 2 3 5. So that should be my password. Then you can see 2 user accounts. So what will I do once I see this? See Chike is just showing now deactivated. I'll click on manage, so you can see everything. So here I will verify I can activate transfer first. I'll click on yes, make changes, activate his transfer, then verify account, make change. Okay, yes, I have verified his account. So with this, if I go back and I try to log in again, so for every user that comes to log in, the admin will either activate or deactivate. So the admin will have to look at the details. You can see it's asking me of my PIN. So once I'm done, I'll click login. Oh wow, we are in. So this is my dashboard. You can see it's very sleek. You can see everything is there, everything that we need. You can see give 50% off for every registered new account. So this information can actually be gotten on the bank news. So this is it here, so you can update it. I won't be going through I'll just be going through the important details here. So you can update your news here. You can actually update your news here. So this is the current one we have. You put this one and update your news. So with this is the dashboard. So my account, this is my profile, my statement, my KYC. I'll have to upload my KYC if I want to. I can change my password, change my PIN, my activity log, and the rest of them. So transfer. So now this is the important aspect. So transfer, I have $0, so I can't make any transfer. I can't make any transfer yet. So let us fund this user from the admin. So, and again, the beneficiary bank name I'm actually getting here is pay well. That's from the previous script. That's from the previous name in the script that we just updated now. So this pay well, we can actually edit it and put our own name. I just left it there so that it's here will not just be empty. We get, so that's why I just left the pay well there. So let us fund this user so that the user will be able to make transfer, both domestic and international transfer. So let's fund this user. So go to user account details. We'll go to Chike. We'll scroll down, so we can either debit or credit him. But how much should we credit him? Let's go with $5,000. So I'll create, wow, this guy is a rich guy. So $5,000. So let us say manage this one. Who creates 5,000? Who give me $5,000 and tell me I should manage this one? So you can actually put dates. So we can leave the date at this. Then we'll credit the account. So once we just go down, we can actually see this user account has been credited. Wow. So that is it. So once we come here, when we refresh, you can see, so it took out some little charges from here. I don't know whether if you can remember when we were actually inserting, we had a 0.5. So that is the charge it took from Chike. We can actually see this is nice. So let's say we want to transfer $100 here. So before we transfer this stuff, I want to show you something. Like I said, I'll be taking you through the essential part of this script so that you understand. So we'll go to bank management. Yes, we'll go to here. So we'll actually edit this. So anyone that is local, I would always advise we should leave it at pay me wella. So how many local accounts you want to add, you can add. So that is it. If you want to add another local account, you can add, but we all know that local account is between banks to banks, you get. So the user that is in pay me wella and another user of pay me wella, that is when you can, like, that's local. So but if you want to add international, you can actually come here. Let's say United, let's just say United Bank of the world. Let's just leave it at United Bank. Then we add bank. So you can see that this is international. We can add a lot of international banks here. You can also write West Bank. So you can also do the same for local if you want, but me, I would advise to always leave my local at this level. So that is it for now. So when we actually want to make transfer, so what do we do? So we can actually refresh. Let's refresh and go back to transfer, domestic transfer. So once we are done, so you can see it's pay me wella. So let's just say we want to transfer 100. So you can see that they charge 0.5%. This is what is taken from their beneficiary name. So as far as that name or organization, so as far as the person has a name, you can put, let me say I have another person's name here in this place that is John Dick. So we can leave it. Then beneficiary account, make sure that the account number is correct from this bank. That's like another user that has the same bank account number. As far as the account number is correct, when you are sending the money to the person will be getting the alert. So that is it. The person will be seeing it in his own dashboard. So you can either save him to beneficiary or not. So John Dick is not my friend, so I'm not saving to beneficiary. I'm just sending him money. So you are your own end. You can save to beneficiary for easy. Then you take like, oh boy, money no deal. So it can be this. Then once you are done with this, you click on transfer. So once you click on transfer, it will be showing you a lot of stuff that will be explaining. So once you click on transfer, so it will say transfer in progress. So you can see our transfer is actually moving. So our transfer actually went once. You can see, you can save your receipts or you close. So and everything shows here. The one I got from the admin, and oh boy, money no deal, the one you sent. So that is it for this. But if you want to add like some codes and OTP codes that when a user is making transfer or not, that something should stop the user from making transfer, you can actually do that too. So I'll be showing that in my admin now. So I was talking about how to put codes during transfer. So please, this is necessary to watch. If you are getting tired, also I have to be detailed about it so that you would understand what you are actually buying. So if you are tired, you can go and have a rest, take a nap, eat some popcorns, anything you feel like doing, you just do it. Then you come back to the video. So like I said, let's put some code so that when a user wants to make transfer, then some code will be demanded for the user. So we have both we have the static auto, static auto, and I would explain what these things actually mean. I'll explain what it actually means. So now if a user wants to make a transfer, if the COT is static, it means that the admin, the user will have to chat up the admin for me to give him this code for him to get a successful withdrawal. Then if the IMF is at auto, it means that he has a right to click on a button and he would automatically get it sent to his mail. Same thing with SAR. So when it's static, it means that the admin, has to be consulted, but when it's at auto, it means that you can automatically click it and get the link. So that would be checking out these two right now. Then for it to actually get to work, you have to come here. Let's go to with chike. Then what we'll do, we'll come here, we'll come to activate code transfer. If we activate email OTP transfer, that's quite different. You can do that at your usual, but it works. If you activate OTP transfer, what it just asks for the user is just for the OTP. That's if you're transferring, to ask for the OTP code. But if you want it to ask for all the codes that we just did now, so let's click activate code transfer, make change. Yes. So code transfer activated. So let's say that we want to make a transfer of $100. Then let's say beneficiary. Let's continue with John Dixon. Let's put with Johnny Dixon so that nobody will be confused. Johnny Dixon. Then beneficiary account, we can put any number here. So after that, then beneficiary bank name, pay me Wella. So I've explained this before. Then say beneficiary no. So just put narration. Hi. So after that, we click on make transfer. So it has said enter IMF code. So because the IMF code is actually let's go back to so that you understand. The IMF code is actually on auto, so I can get it by myself. Get IMF code. IMF code has been sent to your mail. Okay, that's nice. So let's go to our mail. So we have actually been receiving a whole lot. So let's refresh. So you can see we have gotten the IMF code. So welcome to Pemiwela. So you can see everything swift and nice. So that is it. Very simple. 4237. So we'll come here, we'll enter it. Let's just type it since my 4237. So if you type a wrong code, it won't go. So this is how it will be moving. It will be moving. So it said contact your bank for your COT code. So the COT code is 2234. So that is why I said the admin will be contacted for this. So that is it. Maybe if a user is actually annoying you, you can put all this code that he has to contact you, and when he contacts you to make transfer, you charge him, tell him he should pay certain amount to get the code. That's like a penance given to a user. So that is just how it is. Then trace 601. You continue. So that is simple, as swift and simple. So let's get tax code. So you can delete one so that it won't be that you have a whole lot of procedures. You can still add, you can still delete. See, the mail arrived very fast, 0 minutes ago, very fast. 0070. So that is it. 0070. So continue. So our transfer will be successful and done very swiftly. Then we will download our receipt. So proceed or yes, proceed with transfer. So you can see. So if you want to stress the user, you can activate the code transfer, or if you don't want, you can just activate OTP transfer. When the user just clicks on OTP transfer, he'll be able to, he won't be going through this protocol, but he'll be getting OTPs before. He'll need an OTP verification before he makes the transfer. So that's it. So this is as swift as it is. So once you are done, let's close. You can still save the receipt if you want. So that's it for the transfer. The same thing works for the international transfer. So that is it. So there is nothing there. So the international transfer, this transfer can actually go to anywhere, any place. People can go to them, put this in beneficiary. Once something is an international transfer, do you get, it can actually go to any country. So you can actually just put the name of the bank and put your details and the account number. So that is how it will just go. That is how the international transfer works. So that is it. Then you can actually collect loan, apply for loan. I won't be doing this. You apply for loan, you come here, you check your loan status, it will be showing. So that is how it works. Then same thing for support. That is how it works. So there is nothing big about this or difficult. So this is what you can actually do by yourself. So the same thing with the admin. I don't think we have any other stuff. So broadcast, if you want to broadcast your news, you come here, you see news. This is when a user messages you over from his account. So this is it, user account. So you can add an account, you can loan management, bank management, finance. So let's just go to payment method. So let's say we want to make USDT our payment method. Network name, let's put it USDT. Wallet address, we can put this and anything. Then choose file, so that when a user wants to deposit, he would be making use of our USDT. So that is it. So you can actually make for Bitcoin. So let's say Bitcoin. That's for a user that wants to make digital deposit. Okay, sorry, let's just go with BTC, then Bitcoin, then Bitcoin, then Bitcoin should be, let's just type anything Bitcoin. Then we choose the coin for the Bitcoin. Okay, we have this, so let's go with it. Then we add new. So Bitcoin has been added. So if a user wants to make a digital deposit, he will be able to see select. So if it's USDT he wants or Bitcoin, you click on continue. Then he'll make the amount in USD. They'll show him, let's say 200. They'll show him, then he will enter his transaction stuff. Then he can scan. So make sure you put the right stuff so that the QR code will be scanned well. So once you click on deposit, your order has been sent. So it will be credited once your order is confirmed. So once the admin confirms the order, if you approve it, good and fine, your stuff has been approved. So let's check. So you can see we have been approved with this payment. We have been approved. So every transaction goes in here. You can actually click here, PDF print anyone. So this script is actually sleek and very nice. So for you to get this script, there is we, because of the economy of the country now, we have reduced the price of this script. So this script initially was sold at 150,000 naira. That is the price of this script, but we have decided to reduce the amount of money to 100,000 naira, so you can actually get this script at 100,000 naira. So how would you do it? There will be a number that will be dropped on our YouTube. You can just chat up the number and pay, then the script will be given to you. Simple. And then we have a very nice customer support. So any problem you encounter, maybe if you'll be needing an update on it, anything you'll be needing on it, you can contact us. We would help you and get it done. So that is it for this video. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope that at least anybody can actually get this script done. Just believe that you can do it. Follow my steps, then you would accomplish it. So there's nothing difficult here. So that is it. So I hope you enjoyed this video. You can follow us on our YouTube channel and our other social media handles. Have a great day and nice building a web script. So thank you very much and have a great day.
Mdigo's Academy. Learn today, earn tomorrow.